Momotaro. Long, long ago somewhere, there lived an old man and woman. The old couple's house stood between a mountain and a river. Each day, the old man went up the mountain to cut wood, and the old woman went down to the river to wash clothes. One day, as always, the old woman was down at the river. When she finished the wash, she looked up and saw a great big peach. The peach was bobbing and rolling in the water. It was heavy and round and pink, and it looked delicious. But it was just out of reach. "Come over here," the old woman called out. "The water's sweeter over here." And sure enough, the great peach began to move toward her. It bobbed and rolled and rolled and bobbed straight into her arms. The old woman pulled the peach out of the water and smiled. She couldn't wait to share this wonderful fruit with her husband. That evening, as always, the old man came home with a load of wood on his back. When his wife showed him the peach, he couldn't believe his eyes. He picked it up and held it in both hands. "Look at the size of it," he said. "Let's eat it while it's fresh." He placed the peach on the table and picked up a knife. But just then, the peach began to move. "What's happening?" said the old woman. "It's alive!" her husband shouted. Suddenly, the peach broke in two, and a healthy baby boy jumped out. "Wah!" cried the baby, with a voice as loud as a drum. The old man and woman were, of course, very surprised, but they were also very happy. We always prayed for a child of our own, the old woman said. He's a gift from the gods, said her husband. Let's prepare his first bath. The old man made a fire and heated some water. When he filled the tub, his wife reached for the baby, but the baby pushed her away and climbed into the hot water all by himself. Such power! The old couple laughed and looked at each other. What shall we name him? The old woman said. Well, he was born from a peach, said the old man. So let's call him Momotaro. Thanks to the old couple's loving care, the peach boy grew up healthy and strong. Even when he was little, Momotaro was the best sumo wrestler in the village. By the time he was 12, no man in all of Japan could throw him. And yet, he was the sweetest, kindest boy in the land. Momotaro was only 14 when he went before the old man and woman and bowed deeply. Grandmother, grandfather, he said, I must leave you for a while. What? Said the old woman. But where will you go? To Demon's Island. Demon's Island? Cried the old man. Whatever for? To fight the demons, said Momotaro, and bring back all the treasure. In those days, you see, demons often came to people. They pushed the people around and took away their gold and silver and jewels. Everyone was afraid of them. But Demon's Island is so far, said the old man, and so dangerous, said the old woman. Please don't worry, said Momotaro. I'll be home with the treasure in no time. The old man and woman didn't want their boy to go, but they knew they couldn't stop him. Momotaro always followed his dreams. So the old man gave him a sword and a suit of armor, and the old woman made him some millet dumplings, his favorite food. She also made a flag for Momotaro to carry. On the flag was a picture of a peach and the words Nippon Ichi. That means number 1 in Japan. The peach boy tied the bag of millet dumplings to his belt, held the flag high, and set out on his journey. He soon left the village behind and started up the mountain. Now he was climbing the mountain pass. Suddenly, a dog came out of the brush. Arf! Arf! Where are you going, Momotaro? To Demon's Island to fight the demons. Interesting. What's in the bag? The best millet dumplings in all Japan. Give me one, and I'll go with you. Here you are, friend. Now follow me. Now Momotaro and the dog were marching through a forest. Suddenly, a monkey climbed down from a tree. Where are you going, Momotaro? To Demon's Island to fight the demons. Interesting. What's in the bag? The best millet dumplings in all Japan. Give me one, and I'll go with you. Here you are, friend. Now follow me. marching across a wide green plain. Suddenly, a pheasant flew down from the sky. Where are you going, Momotaro? To Demon's Island to fight the demons. Interesting. What's in the bag? The best millet dumplings in all Japan. Give me one, and I'll go with you. Here you are, friend. Now follow me. Now, Momotaro and the dog and monkey and pheasant were marching down to the sea. A fine ship was waiting there on the beach. All aboard, said Momotaro. We'll sail the ship to Demon's Island. It was a fine day with a good wind. The ship raced like an arrow across the deep blue sea. The dog was rowing, the monkey was steering, and the pheasant was standing watch. Before very long, the pheasant called out, I see an island. Momotaro ran to the bow. He could just make out the high black walls of Demon's Castle. That's it, he shouted. Demon's Island, dead ahead. The dog pulled on the oar. The monkey held the ship steady. Kee, kee. And the pheasant flew ahead to the island. The demons on the beach didn't see the pheasant, but they saw the ship, and they were very afraid. They ran inside their castle and locked the big black gate. When the ship landed, Momotaro and the dog and monkey jumped out. They marched right up to the castle. Open up, the dog shouted and kicked at the gate. Open prepare for war. The demons pushed against the gate from inside to hold it closed. But the pheasant flew down from the castle tower and pecked at their eyes. "It hurts," the demons cried. "Run for your lives." Now it was the monkey's turn. He climbed over the wall and opened the gate from inside. "Momotaro of Japan," the dog called out as the Peach Boy marched into the grounds. The king of demons stepped out of the castle to meet them. He had 10 or 12 of his biggest, strongest demons with him. All of them carried iron clubs. "Who do you think you are?" said the king. "I'm Momotaro of Japan, and I've come to take back our treasure." "Not without a fight, you won't." The king held up his club. "As you wish," said Momotaro, and the fight began. Demons are big and mean, but they're weak of heart. The pheasant flew from one to another, whir, whir, and pecked at their eyes. The dog ran from one to another, arf, arf, and bit their legs. And the monkey jumped from one to another, gee, gee, and scratched their faces. Before very long, the demons all threw down their clubs and ran away in tears. The only one left was the king himself. He stepped forward and tried to hit Momotaro with his club. But Momotaro jumped out of the way and threw him to the ground. Then he locked the king's head in his powerful arm. "Stop! I give up!" cried the king. "You win, Momotaro." finally, Momotaro let go. The king got down on all fours and thanked him again and again. Then he ordered his demons to fill a cart with all the gold and silver and jewels in the castle. They loaded the cart on the ship. We'll never bother your people again, the king of demons promised. See that you don't, said Momotaro. And he and the dog and monkey and pheasant jumped on the ship and sailed for home. Back home, the old man and woman were waiting for their peach boy. I hope he's all right, the old woman said. Oh, when will he return? Look, said the old man. Here he comes now. Momotaro was marching down the hill toward the village. Behind him, the dog and monkey were pulling a cart full of gold and silver and jewels. Above the cart, in the clear blue sky, the pheasant flew in circles. That's our boy, cried the old man. We knew you could do it, Momotaro. We're so glad you're safe, the old woman said. Everyone cheered, and the cherry trees were blooming.